Okay, so if you've been subbed to the channel for a minute now, last year I did this same list, ranking every anime that I've seen, and I was like, why not just do one of these at the end of every year? Because I watch stuff, I review stuff, and a lot of stuff is entered into the catalog of things that I've seen. So I figured, what perfect opportunity to do this on December 31st. And this video will probably be posted on January 1st, and I guess will be the first video of the year for me. Last year when I made this, I was sitting at like, I think 2 or 3K, and now I'm at 12. So I mean, that's growth. That's growth. So it's great to see. As I probably said last year, this is my opinion, so don't get upset with it. That's just. And there's gonna be some bad opinions for sure, but I'm also gonna say some agreeable things. I feel like, but like and subscribe, and if you agree with at least one of my options, you have to subscribe to the channel. That's just how it is. Okay, so first off, starting the list, Parasite. Parasite hasn't changed for me. I'm gonna try and go fairly quickly through shows that haven't really changed, and Parasite is one of them. I think last year I had it in A, and correct me if I'm wrong, you could go back to the video, but Parasite's still an A tier show for me. Great story, great characters. I think the ending was a little bit shaky, but other than that, top notch. Death Note, A+. It's kissing S. It's right there. It's like fondling S, but it's not there. Is it though? Is it? I don't know. Is it? No, Death Note is A+ just because of the last half of it. Just because of the last half. Because the first half, S. Second half was like an A, so that's what it falls in the middle, averages out. Samurai Champloo for me is still S. I know the ending is questionable, but I mean the whole atmosphere and the characters and just the soundtrack and just that nostalgic feel to it. There's something about it that I really love, and I'm gonna put it in S tier. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Promised Neverland, B tier show. Could have been A, could have been S. Could have been A or could have been S. Really unfortunate. Rest in peace, man. It sucks. Got a high school. I'm gonna give it D just because I've seen some newer shows this year, and it's just like, this show's not even competing. It's nice animation wise, story wise, it seems like it was rushed, and I never really got invested into it, and I never really liked it like that. We got a new contender of the year. Next video, by the way, next review video is going to be on the first half of season 1 of Blue Lock, and that's probably going to come out if today is January 1st, being Sunday, or if I post this on Monday. But the Blue Lock video should probably be out like Thursday, Friday this week. Honestly, I watched Haikyuu, right? I watched Haikyuu, and I did not think there was a show touching it. Now, granted, I haven't seen Kuroko's, and I know that's a slapper 2 or slam dunk, whatever. I've heard of those. But Blue Lock, I have 2 more episodes. They can't fold on the last 2 episodes. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter what they do. I'll put Blue Lock in S. Listen, I don't get hyped. I don't get as hyped, and I should have done some more reactions to Blue Lock, and I probably will with the second half. I don't get as hyped at any of these shows on the list like I get at Blue Lock. When I see Isagi's demon turning on, or Batira dribbling through the whole team, it's a different type of feeling. Like I don't know, it feels real. Like it feels like some real like sports. Like I'm watching the World Cup. It's just, oh gosh, it's so good. Blue Lock is ass. It has to be. Now, granted, that CGI, abysmal. I don't know what they're doing with that sometimes, and they really got to get that fixed. But other than that, I really like it. I really like it. Blood Blockade, I would put that in a D tier too. It's a show that was kind of all over the place, and it seemed very cool. Cool characters, very good soundtrack. I just never really knew what was going on with it. Maybe if I finished the show completely, I would have known, but I didn't. So that's where it is. Tanya, I would also put in D as well. I wasn't really very fond of it. Maybe I should finish it. I don't know. JoJo's, after watching Stone Ocean, which I have about like 4 or 5 episodes like to complete it, Jolene's my favorite main character. She's like Jotaro, but like more down to earth and like chill, and I just really like her. So I think JoJo's is, I think I'm gonna put JoJo's A just because it's the same formula every time, and then it's just switched up. But Tokyo Ghoul, C tier, unfortunately. I don't remember what I had Tokyo Ghoul at. Season 1 was damn near perfect, maybe even A. No, actually I would put it B. It's not worse than Promised Neverland. It's not. I would say they both suffered the same fate. Tokyo Ghoul, honestly, maybe even had a better season 2. and I think they did. I think Tokyo Ghoul had a better season 2 than Promised Neverland, because Promised Neverland stunk. It was Promised Neverland was egregious. Tokyo Revengers season 1, I loved it. Everyone at the time loved it. Comes out January 7th. I'm probably gonna react to it a little bit. Don't remember where I had it. I'll put it B+. Took a while to get into it. Took about 11 episodes for me to like really get invested. Like I was invested into the show and I enjoyed the show, but like to really get invested into it took about 11 episodes till that whole like car crash scene with Himana or Hinata, whatever her name is, and that shit was wicked. Don't get me wrong, but it was whatever. Vinland's A+. Askeladd's something else. Thorkel's something else. They're beasts from I don't know what planet they come from, but they're special. Cowboy Bebop. The more I watch more shows, and I think it's just because like people are getting more innovative with shows and shit. Even though Cowboy Bebop is a very innovative idea at the time, I feel like it is slightly hyped up a little bit, but I would still put it in the A tier. I don't remember what I had it at because my thought process changes over time, but I would put Cowboy Bebop in an A tier range, I think. Shield Hero, still sleeping on season 2, and with that being said, C tier. It was solid. Solid show. People really like it. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of it from what I've seen, but I'm not gonna say it's completely like shit, because it's not. But I'm not necessarily like it's okay. It's a solid, like there are better isekai, some of which are coming up. One being ReZero. I think ReZero is miles better than Shield Hero, and I would put ReZero in a solid A. Not A+, but I would put ReZero in a solid A just because it's just... now, granted, I'm not caught up completely. I would say I'm like 12 or so episodes behind, somewhere around there, and I really like it. I really like ReZero. It's good. It's really good. Akame got killed. There's another show on this list that did what they did better, though. Personally, that's what I think. Better and quicker. But I would put Akame B+. Naruto, give me A. No, give me A+. No, give me A. Give me A+. I'm thinking of something right now because it's coming up soon, and I'm just excited to talk about it. But give me A+ for Naruto. Low A+. Low A+. I love Naruto. Nostalgic. Big 3. You know what it is. 7 Deadly. Gets too much hate. I'm putting 7 Deadly at a B+. Give 7 Deadly Sins Naruto tier animation. It's an A tier show. Is that wrong of me to say? Because listen, they have a diverse cast of characters. No one is even remotely close to each other in terms of like how they act and how, you know what I'm saying? And there are a bunch of different like relationships, whether it be like Derriere and Monspeet, or like Meliodas to his family, and then Elizabeth and her reincarnations, and Bond and Elaine, and Bond's relationship with King and there's a lot of different relationships, a lot of different dialogues that could be had, and a lot of different like things going on. If it was like paced and structured a little bit more in a more organized fashion, give it Naruto animation A tier. No doubt. But that's my opinion. That's just my opinion. Haikyuu. It's not Blue Lock. It's not Blue Lock, but I'll give him B+. It's whatever, man. I'll give him B+. B+ for Haikyuu. Because the thing is, comparing Blue Lock to Haikyuu, for me, it's like, you could be more creative with Blue Lock. And we have a bunch of strikers who are just trying to get going. Like, they don't care about teamwork. They don't care about none of that buffoonery. Haikyuu, teamwork makes the dream. Fuck that, man. We don't do that in Blue Lock. Even though they do kind of coordinate whatever, they try. They have to. But it's like, I'm just trying to be the best. I don't care about your nice serve. No. Shoot the fucking ball. No nice serves here. It's a different type of show, and it's a lot more like killer. Like they have that. It's a Mamba mentality, In Haikyuu, it's more so of like a Golden State Warriors. But in Blue Lock, it's like the Mamba. You know what I'm saying? Does that make am I making sense? On to the next one. Mushoku Tensei dropped a banger this year. Dropped an absolute banger. S tier. No debate. I don't care. It's going to be the best isekai. I think in terms of how it started to where it is now, it's already surpassed ReZero. Like for its first season, better than ReZero's first season. People hate on it because it's like weird. It's good. It's weird, but it's real at the same time. And it's like, you can't be censored all the time. You know, we have to be honest here. Now, there's a show on here that obviously should have been censored a little bit, just because it was a little too much for me to handle. But like, Mushoku Tensei doesn't overdo it. Like, obviously Rudeus, he's a little perverted. He does his little thing, whatever. But it's like, he's growing mentally. You know, he's growing in this world. And Eris is growing mentally. Roxy's doing her own thing. He finds his that, you know, there's a lot of relations. The world is beautiful. Soundtrack is sick. One Piece, S tier. I think we all know this. Obviously, there are people that don't like the show, but the majority of people who have watched the show through and throughout would probably put it in at least A. At least. So for me, One Piece is S tier. Favorite show on the list. Probably will be for a long time. Check the jacket. Shout out to Spark Trends, man. Shout out to Spark Trends. I know this is not an anime, but it is a show I watched this year, and it's an animated show. And I just wanted to put it on here because of how good it was. Arcane was S tier. If you haven't seen Arcane, please go watch it. Please. I'm begging on my knees. Like, I'm pleading. Please watch Arcane. It's just, you're missing out. You're missing out if you haven't watched this show. It's a special feast. It's a special spectacle. Watch Arcane. Tomodachi Game, I'm gonna be honest. I reacted to episode 1, and that's the only episode I've watched since like 6 months ago. That first episode was a banger, though. I would give it B+. And that's just off of like what I've heard of people talk about it. And I think that's probably a fair ranking for it from what I've seen. Ranking of Kings, another great show I've seen this year. Oh god. Oh my gosh. I would give ranking. There were some boring parts. Overall, A+ though. A+. The art style is different. And seeing him go from this weak, fragile little baby kid to a weak, fragile baby kid who can one-shot, it's like, what are we doing here? I really enjoyed it. Ranking of Kings, A+. I've been waiting to talk about that. Bleach. There's one show I gotta take a little more time on. Is Bleach. I don't remember where I had Bleach last year. I may have still had it over Naruto. We're only in the first quarter of the 1,000-Year Blood War. And this is no hate to Naruto. This is no hate because I'm a Naruto lover. You know, I really like Naruto. Obviously, Naruto has been finished for a while now. And Boruto has kind of been doing its thing. But we don't really look at that guy. He's kind of like the weird kid. You know, it's Bleach. Comeback of the century. Literally. No, comeback of the decade. Pulls up. Takes over the fall season. S tier. As a whole, Bleach as a whole, S tier. Why? Because, listen to me. Those 12 episodes of 1,000-Year Blood War, that's it. That's it. That's all I gotta say, and I didn't say anything. When I'm looking at Bleach, comparing it to Naruto, I feel like the focus on its characters and side characters, it's just prioritized more and no one gets left behind. At least as of right now. You know, like in Naruto, a lot of characters got left behind. Like Rock Lee, Tenten, where'd they go? The Cloud Village? Where are they? With Bleach, Orihime still present. Chad's still present. You know, Ishida, he's about to, you know, I'm not gonna spoil, but Ishida's here too. Rukia, she was kind of MIA, but she got one shot a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, she's in the infirmary, but she'll come back stronger than ever. And they don't really have a big cast of side characters like that to where they kind of lose focus on the main, you know what I mean? Because Naruto has a huge cast of main side characters, and some of them kind of got lost within the story, and then it was the main focus was Kakashi, Sakura, Sasuke, Naruto, and that was it. And then Shikamaru like sprinkled in there a little bit. I'm also biased because I just love Bleach, but for me, I'm putting Bleach S tier happily now. I will happily put Bleach S tier. On to the next one. Classroom of the Elite. I personally think Season 2 is better than Season 1. I heard a couple people didn't really like it like that compared, but I thought it was better. Shout out to Karuizawa. That's my girl. You know what I'm saying? I like her, but I would give it A. No, I would give it B plus. Yeah, I would give it B plus. It was good though. It was good, and I think there's potential here. I really enjoyed the story. I loved seeing, if you haven't seen it, spoiler really quick, but I loved seeing Aya Nakoji take on that 1v6. I mean, he was completely against all odds, and he clutched up in the S&D. So, I mean, I like that. That was wonderful. He saved the girl, defused the bomb, did it all. Good for him. We got Black Lagoon. I started this. I'm like 5 or 6 episodes in. I really like it so far. Love the aesthetic. Love the environment, atmosphere. Love Revy. I love Revy. Oh, yes. But I would give it a... Just off first episodes alone, I would give it a solid A. I just love it. Like, I like the realness to it. And I like the old school feel. And I just love the look of everything. And, yeah. I would give it A personally. Tower of God, I'm still on the train. Season 2's coming. I'm still on the train. Give me an A+ for Tower of God. 12 episodes, you're sleeping if you haven't watched it. Stop it. Cyberpunk Edge Runners came out of the woodworks this year. I mean, it came out of nowhere. Cyberpunk, it was good. It was good, and I don't think we could deny that. You know, it was really good. Honestly, the only problem was like the pacing. You know, give it like 2 more episodes, and they could have spread it out a little bit and slowed it down just a bit to where I could kind of like process. It was too fast sometimes, and it felt like there was like gears grinding in my head, and I couldn't even. But other than that, they weren't afraid to kill people off, and I just really enjoyed it. You know, we had Lucy being the marvelous woman that she is, and she was doing things to me. Yep, yes she was. And then people like David, who was being David. Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm excited for season 2, and I think I had it in A+ last year, and I would keep it an A+. Season 1 was a banger for me. Black Clover, I'm missing it so much. I am. I would give it A. Hunter x Hunter, another A tier. Please come back. No, would I give it A+? Let me think. Yeah, I would. I really liked Hunter x Hunter. Demon Slayer, and I know shows like Black Lagoon, I don't think they really have that deep of a story as of right now. But Demon Slayer has like a very, very cookie cutter, just like straightforward story. It's not a bad thing. It's a good show. But obviously, if it didn't have that visual aspect to it, I don't think it would even be in B+. I think it would probably be in a B, maybe even C, depending on like how it progresses. But it's a very, very simple show. Boruto, I apologize. I've been trying to defend. I've been one of the people that when Boruto came out, I really wanted it to be good. I saw the Karma Seal. That was my profile picture for a little bit. Because I was like, this is it. And I know people, the Code Arc is coming. Blah. The Code Arc has been coming for a year and a half. Okay? The Code Arc has been coming for a year and a half at this point. When will it end? Boruto for now. I hate to do this. No, they've had good parts. They've had good. I'm gonna put Boruto in D. I'm gonna put Boruto in D just because, and I think I'm gonna move Tanya up because from what I remember of Tanya, it was not D class. It was not. Boruto is D. The lowest of D. The lowest. It had Baryon mode, Naruto, whatever, all that. I'll give it to him. Future Diary, great show. If you haven't seen Future Diary, I would highly recommend. I would give Future Diary an A. I really liked it. A high A too. Would I put an A+? I might. I think Future Diary was some top tier shit. I don't remember where I had it. I don't think I had it this high. But I thought Future Diaries... Why am I saying Diary? I think Future Diary was a great show. Fire Force, stop playing. Season 3 on the come up, man. Give me A. I don't care. I really don't. Give me A tier for Fire Force. Give me A tier. Guys, Dr. Stone, give me A tier for that too. I remember Fire Force and Dr. Stone came out simultaneously, and I liked both of them. I really do. I might put Dr. Stone in A+. Yeah, I just love it. I'm a fan. Next, Dragon Ball. Still haven't watched enough, but for what I know, B tier. Pokemon. I've never watched Pokemon like linearly. Like I kind of just watch it when it's there, and from what I've seen, B tier. Mob Psycho. Haven't seen season 3, unfortunately. I saw a clip. and it looked really good. And from that clip, and from what I know, I do think, and I'm just saying this, being a season 1 and season 2 watcher, I haven't seen season 3, so maybe I will be shut up once I watch season 3. I do think the show is like a little bit overhyped. A tad bit. I would put it in A though. Twin Star, never liked it, F tier. Don't know why. Attack on Titan, I think I'd be doing it a disservice if I didn't put it in S tier. Next we got Spy Family, which I think is a good show. I would put it in B. I like it, I've laughed from it. It's just not my, like, I like shows that get me like feeling something. And I've never walked away from a Spy Family episode other than like, wow, that animation was way too good for the show. And I'm not trying to talk shit. Like, some of the animation that they pull out for the show looks like it should be in like Attack on Titan, but it's not. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'll be like, damn, that was some crispy animation for them going to the store. Like that, it was good. But the show itself, I like the dynamic between all three of them, and it does make me laugh. But that's about it. It's nothing. B+. Chainsaw Man, the anime on everyone's mind. Would I say it's S? No, I wouldn't. And that's just because I personally feel like the season did start off a little bit slow. Not necessarily that it was bad. I just do think it started off a little bit slow, but once it picked up, it was there. It was definitely kicking my ass. So I think I would give Chainsaw Man an A. Do I think Jujutsu Kaisen and Tower of God's first season and Ranking of Kings first season and Vinland first season is better than that? Is that fair of me to say? I have to think here. With all of them but Tower of God, it was just you got more. You know, you got more. And with Chainsaw Man, if there was a 24 episode season 1, I would probably put it in A+ because there's more content. It was good though. Don't get me wrong. It's on the cusp of A+. I'm a Chainsaw Man fan. I really enjoyed the show. It's just I don't think I could put it in A+ yet, personally. Claymore, I think Claymore was a good show that got cut short, and I would put it in C. There were really good moments, but it just got cut like so abruptly, it pissed me off, and I'm putting it in C. My Hero, season 6 of My Hero. There's been some good moments, don't get me wrong, some top-notch moments in the story. Animation-wise, we cannot deny that it has been lackluster. And I understand they were dealing with Mob Psycho. 20,000 frames or whatever it was, that's a bunch. You know, same studio, I get it. I definitely get it. But My Hero animation has been lackluster, personally, from what I've witnessed. And it hasn't ruined the experience for me, but it definitely has hindered it. My Hero as a whole, because that's what we're talking about here, I would give My Hero B+. I do think, regardless of what's happening right now, because the story is still phenomenal, I feel like the whole show is a good show, and the show gets a lot of hate. It's a good show that, if they execute the rest of it properly, could get into A range. Food Wars, I would give Food Wars a B. It's a fun show that has semi-naked people. 91 Days, I would give a B as well. One Punch Man, I don't know people's opinions on One Punch Man. I've seen the season 2 hate, the animation. I love it. I'm putting One Punch Man in S. I have to. It's just like, I really enjoyed the fights. Saitama, the comedic relief is like some that I really haven't seen in like other shows. Like a lot of other animes do it in a very corny way, but with One Punch Man, the comedy hits like a lot. Like it really, like I would say 75% of the time the comedy is there, and it's doing it well. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is also S. That show is good front to back. Fairy Tail, C for me. Banana Fish, D. Never really liked it. I'm just going fast through these because I've ranked them already. Elfen Lied was a good show. I would give that A. Code Geass, A+. Slime, I need to catch up on it. I do. But I would give it a B+. I like Slime. And then Redo of Healer. The finale. Redo of Healer. Realistically, Would I say D? I might. There was enjoyment there, though. There was, like, I can't deny it. But it was probably just, it's a D tier show. I was trying to get someone upset and put that shit in like B plus, but it wasn't happening. I couldn't bring myself to do it. But I'm looking at the list. I feel like those top 4 are distributed very evenly, though. I think I did a good job with that on the fly. I wasn't even thinking. I was just going, and I did a really good job with that. But yeah, no, I think that's my whole list. I think that's the list for 2022, and then I guess at the end of 2023, I plan on watching a lot of shows. You know, I plan on having, as I said, a To Your Eternity review, and this and that, and I think To Your Eternity is the next show I'm gonna go. But yeah, so we'll see where we're at the end of next year. Hopefully by this time next year, we're like on the cusp or already hit 100K. That's the plan. So we're at 12K now. So hopefully we're at 100 by next year. No, we will be at 100K next year. Yeah. We'll be at 100K next year. But without further ado, on to the next one. Next video I'm going to have out, I played High on Life, and I'm trying to integrate some more gaming, and I thought it was a good time. So I'm going to post that, and then after that I'm going to have the Blue Lock video. I feel like that's my direction right now, that I'm going for the next week or so. So yeah, without further ado, on to the next one. Like and subscribe, and yeah, let's get it.